Have you ever looked at someone wildly successful and wondered what they're doing differently? Maybe it's not just talent, not just luck, not even the right connections. Their inner world is engineered for progress, resilience, and breakthroughs. These aren't fluffy motivational quotes. They're the mental frameworks that shape action, fuel consistency, and drive results most people only dream about. And once you understand these mindsets, you begin to see why some people keep rising while others keep circling the same struggles. What if the real difference lies in how they think? They look inward and ask, what could I have done differently? That single shift is everything. Not just what they do, but how they view the world, themselves, and every single challenge thrown their way. Ultra-successful people don't operate by chance. They operate by mindset. In this video, we're diving deep into the 7 mindsets that define the world's most successful individuals. They keep their eyes fixed on a vision that's years away, yet they bring relentless intensity to the work right in front of them. Ultra-successful people balance both. They see the mountain, but they climb it one focused step at a time. Let's start unraveling the thinking that builds empires, changes lives, and defies the odds, starting with the first powerful mindset. Whether it's investing, building a brand, or growing a team, their decisions align with where they want to be, not just what feels good today. Each day's work fits into a bigger puzzle. Every action has purpose. That's the kind of consistency that builds unstoppable momentum. They're obsessed with learning, evolving, and staying open. This mindset creates alignment between daily habits and future goals. Ownership over blame. They read, study, seek mentors, analyze their failures, and constantly update their models of the world. This approach isn't glamorous, but it's effective. It cultivates mental toughness, discipline, and trust. Because when you consistently own your life, you become the architect of your future, not a passive character in someone else's script. Ultra-successful people have a zero-excuse policy. If something goes wrong, they don't look around for who to blame. It's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about staying sharp enough to grow when everyone else is stuck. They've trained themselves to act independently of emotion. Whether it's a workout, a meeting, or a tough conversation, they show up. Taking ownership doesn't mean accepting fault for everything. It means owning your response, your habits, your standards. They don't resist feedback, they crave it. They don't fear new skills, they chase them. While others deflect or play victim, high performers reclaim their power by accepting full responsibility for their outcome. This mindset turns setbacks into strategies, not stories. It moves energy away from complaints and toward control. When something falls apart, they don't dwell on they double down on solutions. Long-term vision, short-term execution. The most successful people think in decades, but act in days. This dual focus is rare. Most people either obsess over the long game and never start, or they hustle without direction, burning energy without real progress. They plan beyond the moment, and it's why their progress compounds. Relentless curiosity and learning. The more someone thinks they know it all, the more they've already lost. You won't hear them say, "I already know that," with arrogance. Instead, they approach ideas with humility. This curiosity gives them a competitive edge. While others become rigid or complacent, they adapt. When the world changes, they change with it. Success demands evolution, and curiosity fuels that evolution. It keeps them mentally agile, emotionally grounded, and endlessly resourceful. Discipline over motivation here as something that separates the top 1% from the rest. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Ultra-successful people do the work whether they feel like it or not. They don't wait for the mood to strike. Discipline isn't cold or robotic. It's a promise to yourself. It's the ability to align your actions with your values, even when it's uncomfortable. And over time, it builds self-respect, and it's a non-negotiable for anyone chasing excellence. Every act of discipline tells your brain, "I'm someone who follows through." This mindset turns ordinary routines into extraordinary results. It's not glamorous, and it's not easy, but it's powerful. They take it personally, avoid risks, and retreat at the first sign of rejection. But successful individuals interpret failure differently. They see it as data. It reveals what didn't work, where the weaknesses lie, and what can be improved. Successful people aren't reckless, but they aren't paralyzed by perfection either. They move fast, learn fast, and recover even faster. That insight is gold. It's the kind of clarity you can't buy, and it only comes when you're brave enough to try, fail, and analyze. Failure is feedback. To the ultra-successful, failure isn't fatal, it's feedback. Ego, on the other hand, is loud, fragile, and insecure. It needs validation. Confidence needs none. Most people fear failure like it's a final verdict. Every failed pitch, every missed target, every rejection, it's all information. This mindset transforms fear into fuel. It removes shame from the process and replaces it with strategy. Failure doesn't mean stop. It means study, adapt, and They don't see other people's wins as threats. They don't act from fear that opportunities are limited. People want to work with those who inspire belief, not fear. Instead, they believe in growth, contribution, and creation. They trust that value multiplies. They know there's enough success to go around if they stay focused, give generously, and think expansively. They don't need to prove themselves. Their results speak for them. They've trained their minds like elite athletes, trained their bodies relentlessly, consistently, purposefully, confidence without ego. Their mindsets you build day by day, thought by thought, action by action. They exude confidence without ego, and they operate from abundance. Confidence is essential. Ego is dangerous. Ultra-successful people know the difference. It means choosing possibility over panic. It means asking, how could this work, instead of what if it fails. True confidence comes from competence, preparation, and self. It's quiet, steady, and earned. If this helps shift your perspective, make sure to like, comment with the mindset that resonated most with you, and subscribe for more deep dives into personal mastery and high performance. Keep building, keep rising, because when you truly believe the world is full of potential, you stop playing small. The most successful individuals uplift others because they're not threatened by anyone else's growth. The most powerful people in the room aren't the ones talking the most. They're the ones who listen, observe, and move with certainty. This mindset also keeps them coachable. Ego blocks feedback. Confidence invites it. Ego fights for being right. Confidence fights for getting better. And in teams, relationships, and leadership, this difference is massive. Confidence attracts people. Ego repels them. They know who they are and they don't need to boast about it. Abundance in action success isn't just a matter of skills or strategy, it's also about energy. And ultra-successful people operate from an abundance mindset, not scarcity. They don't hoard ideas. This abundance mindset shows up in how they lead, how they collaborate, and how they handle setbacks. Scarcity shrinks people. Abundance expands them. It allows them to dream bigger, take smarter risks, and bounce back with optimism. It also makes them magnetic. This mindset doesn't mean blind optimism, and it's often the hidden fuel behind giant breakthroughs. Here's the truth. Success doesn't start with strategy. It starts with mindset. You can have the best tools, the best mentors, and the perfect timing, but without the right mental framework, none of it sticks. And the most successful people know this. They take ownership of their lives. They focus on vision and execution. They stay curious. They choose discipline. They embrace failure. These aren't traits you're born with. So here's the challenge. Which of these 7 mindsets will you start cultivating today? Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Because once your mindset shifts, everything else follows. Your habits, your results, your future. Success isn't some distant peak reserved for the lucky few. It's a path, and that path begins in the mind. Thanks for watching.